James Davis, you are still wanting to speak? James.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is only the second Welsh Grand Committee that's been held during my 4 years as a Member of Parliament, but it's the first during those years when the use of the Welsh language has been facilitated. So, Mr Davis, mae'n bleser mawr cael gwasanaethu o dan eich cadairyddiaeth heddiw ac ymarfer fy Gymraeg llafar. Dwi'n mwynhau fy gynwersi Cymraeg wythnosol yn fawr iawn efo'r aelodau anrydeithus dros Dwyrain Casnewydd ac Aberconwy. Mr Davis, I was lucky to be born in the city of St Asaph in the heart of my constituency, and I'm proud of my North Walian identity. I believe, no doubt like other honourable members in this chamber, that I understand my local communities inside out, and that belief has only been strengthened both during the time I've served as an MP, but also in the preceding 11 years, when I had the pleasure of representing my home ward in Prestatyn on Denbighshire County Council. I know how important it is to my constituents to see a thriving North Wales within a strong United Kingdom. They are far more interested in bread and butter policy than separatism and wrangling over yet more powers for Cardiff Bay. For North Wales especially, our links with other parts of the UK are vital. Many of my constituents travel to the northwest of England daily to shop, work and meet friends and family, whilst those living in the northwest and the West Midlands in particular come to North Wales for our beautiful coastline and welcoming hospitality. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated the importance of a strong United Kingdom, particularly in relation to the immense financial support that's been required and our enviable vaccination and testing programmes. A further financial boost is set to be made available to the Welsh Government, and they will now receive the biggest block grant since the start of devolved government. Just over a month ago, the Prime Minister appointed the Right Honourable Baroness Hallett as chair of the forthcoming public inquiry into the COVID-19 pandemic. While there can be great benefit to a UK-wide inquiry, I've already written to Baroness Hallett to ask her that her independent inquiry should fully scrutinise all decisions that were taken in Cardiff Bay. All too often, the performance of the Welsh Government is considered in isolation, but we stand to learn so much more if that performance can be put into context with comparison against other parts of our country, and so I hope that will be the case. As a GP, I have a good understanding of local health services and how important the Union is to patients in North Wales. Hugely valued NHS provision for North Wales is provided elsewhere in the UK, including at the Walton Centre, the Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital, Alder Hey Children's Hospital, the Robert Jones and Agnes Hunt Orthopaedic Hospital, the Royal Stoke University Hospital, and so on. NHS clinicians within North Wales look to offer high quality care based on British healthcare standards. But again, comparison with other parts of the UK is often valuable to ensure our constituents are receiving the services they deserve. I raised the issue of Carol Ridgway with the Prime Minister last week. She had been faced with a lengthy wait of over 8 weeks following a suspected cancer referral. In England, she would likely have been offered an appointment within 14 days. I receive similar concerns on a regular basis, and other honourable members will no doubt acknowledge that they do also. Only last night I heard from a constituent who'd rather not be named, whose husband had a suspected mini-stroke earlier in the day. She was advised that the ambulance wait was 5 hours and that she should take him to A&E herself. She did so, but had to turn away and return home with him when she was told there was a 12-hour wait. She says, "My daughter and granddaughter both work in the Sheffield hospitals and certainly don't have the problems we have. In fact, they just don't believe what I tell them sometimes." My constituent asks, what is the Welsh Government doing to address this dreadful state of affairs? And so I hope that one of the outcomes of today's debate will be to send a strong message to the devolved administration that our constituents are desperate for them to focus on competent management of the areas they oversee, such as health and education. Mr Davis, I did want to speak about the Levelling Up Fund, the Community Renewal Fund, the Shared Prosperity Fund, the Mersey North Wales All-Party Parliamentary Group and the Union Connectivity Review, but there will be other opportunities. Thank you very much.